Fed, it's broke, like literally losing billions of dollars. But now that there's a new boss in town, Kevin Warsh, is he the guy that's going to fix the madness? Or is it just another chapter in the Fed's fantasy novel? This week, I want to pull back the curtain on the Federal Reserve, why it's bleeding money, why does your wallet feel lighter, and could this new Fed chair finally steer this ship straight? All right, buckle up. Let's hit the truth fast. Chris Hobart here, the Wealthologist, and today I've got a question that's more than just academic. What happens when the most powerful bank in America keeps losing money and no one wants to admit it? You see, the Federal Reserve, the so-called guardian of economic stability, it is that's a money-losing machine. We're talking over $1.5 trillion in paper losses. That's 3 times the damage of the subprime crisis. And yep, you got it. They're paying private banks not to lend money. Folks, that is your tax dollars funding parking fees. Now, Kevin Warsh just got tapped as the next Fed chair. Now, he's a former Fed governor, and he originally supported quantitative easing. Yep, that's the policy that he is now against. Plot twist, right? Now, to be fair, people grow and they change, and he now says it's time to end the Fed's addiction to printed money and endless reserves. So let's squash this myth once and for all. QE, it didn't save us in 2008. The S&P 500, quite frankly, it kept falling after QE started. It wasn't the printing press that saved us. It was actually smart accounting changes that turned the tide. Now, we've been living in a policy fantasy really ever since. Now, the question is, why does it matter to you? When the Fed messes up, you and me and my family and your family and our kids, we pay the price through inflation, income inequality, and a wild economy that feels a lot more like a casino than a system. Now, Warsh says it's time for real reform. But here's the question. Can he actually pull it off without ticking off the people who gave him the job? Now, my take, I want to believe that Warsh is the guy to trim the Fed's balance sheet and quit the QE charade. But here's the thing, DC politics, it's a beast. The bigger risk is we stay stuck in a broken system, and your hard-earned money and my hard-earned money, it just keeps losing buying power. So what do we do? Well, let's start watching for policy shifts, especially around interest on reserves. Also, I want you to revisit your investments. Asset bubbles pop when free money disappears, and that's what we're looking at now. Also, ask your advisor, is your portfolio built for a post-QE world? Now, my question for you is, do you think Kevin Warsh will finally fix the Fed? Or are we in for more of the same? Drop a comment in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your take and to kind of see what you think is going to be going on. Now, I also hope that this opened your eyes. And if it did, do me a favor. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone who still is blaming the economy without knowing who's really behind the curtain. All right, folks, until next week, have a great one.